G'day there. Today's topic is, what is chiropractic? We're going to really focus today and answer those questions for you. And for some of you, I may even be a little, offending to you, because it's going to butt up against what you believe health is, what you current concepts or your paradigm of health. And for most of the people, it's going to really make more sense. We do a lot of readings. I've been around in chiropractic for about 20 years. I've had practice in Australia, and I came out to the United States in 1998. And so I've been in chiropractic for a long time. And I've developed things in chiropractic, and I've created an amazing mesh of the philosophy and the principle. And because I've shared that with you and with my patients, and you're listening to this right now, anybody that has heard or has listened to the principle of chiropractic not only has changed their life, but we've seen amazing healings when you take all responsibility for your health. And so today we're going to talk about that. We're going to educate you, we're going to show you and address those causes. So what is chiropractic? Well, it started in 1895. It's been around over 100 years. And unfortunately, from my readings, we know statistically that only about 10 to 15% of you in our community use chiropractic. And it's been around 100 years. You think we would get this amazing stranglehold, but no. And there's forces at play. And we'll address those right now. What are they? It's called money, and it's called advertising. And so it's called, we are indoctrinated through the advertising industry from big pharmacology to believe that a drug will mask and reduce a symptom. And because we feel that and we get relief in those symptoms, we feel vindicated that that must be health care. Unfortunately, you're getting lied to. Unfortunately, you've missed the point. So if you've missed that point and you're asking yourself, why is he saying this? Then now is your opportunity to open up your mind and your heart and learn the principle of chiropractic. See, we're not here to address any symptom, your headache, your neck pain, your high blood pressure, your irritable bowel, your constipation, or your diarrhea, none of them at all. And you might say, different concept. I'm used to going somewhere when I have a symptom to get treatment for that symptom. You're right. And that is the barrier. That is your mistake. So why would I pose it to you that we have zero desire to really look at your symptoms? Great question. Here's the answer. Can you have a clogged artery in your heart and completely not feel it? Of course you can. Can you have stage 1 or 2 or even 3 cancer that will kill you in your body and have no knowledge, no symptoms? Yes, of course you can. So therein lies the answer, doesn't it? Disease is a process. So as that disease processes, you start to get sicker and more loss of function in your body. Then you develop a symptom. And like your culture and like our advertising and like we're trained to believe our whole life is we have a symptom and we are sick. We're not well. And so that is when you believe that you are unhealthy. You're in crisis. And you throw your hands up in the air and say, why have I got cancer? What has struck me? Why did this happen to me? And we plead, and we go through denial, and we go through all sorts of situations and thought processes. But you always have failed to ask that one specific question. What and how did my body develop this disease? And that is where the chiropractor and chiropractic must teach you. You have to diverge from the path that is most commonly followed in our culture. chiropractic, your brain heals through the body. Your brain has what is called electrical impulse, and it flows through the brain stem, spinal cord, and out these nerves to every cell, every tissue, and every organ. You started with 2 cells, 280 days, your body turned into 70 trillion cells. No help at all. There was nobody telling it what to do, giving a pill or a procedure, a tincture or a potion. Your body created itself. The first organ was the brain, and that then created in 280 days every single function. You were born a healthy human being. That electrical flow is called innate intelligence. What that means is that intelligence gives to matter all properties of life, health, and healing. You ever ask yourself the question, what is the difference between a living person and a dead person? Well, there it is. You did, right there. It is the electrical flow or the life force. So your body will always give to that matter 100% continuous properties of life, health, and healing. It will organize that tissue while you're alive. And it flows all through there, and you have that inside of you. And what you don't know is that your body regenerates. So in a few months, your organs grow. A few months, you get new blood cells. A heart regrows. Your skin regrows. And over 7 years, your entire body has regenerated. So here is something that might just blow your mind. So, if you drink Monster Energy drinks and you have a high-fat diet, high carbs, you're eating packaged food, processed food, fast food, you're not taking exercise and you're not stretching your body. And importantly, you may have a scoliosis or a curvature or some type of misalignment or loss of the normal curve, a subluxation, crushing and choking the life force, the nerve flow from brain down to your cells. How might your cells grow? So you now know cells regenerate. And if you're putting toxins in that and you're feeding it junk or garbage and you have interference on your spine affecting that nerve flow that causes life, health, and healing, how might those cells grow? Good or bad? Clearly, that is the process of disease. There's damage, there's trauma. And as those cells replicate, they will replicate poorly. They cannot excrete toxins. They start to change their morphology, how they look. And slowly, over time, as you develop more and more diseased, damaged cells, loss of functions, by the time you have lost 40% of function, that's that interface where you start to get a headache or a migraine. You hurt, you have high blood pressure, irritable bowel constipation. You are in crisis. And like most people, what do you do? Of course, you take a pill or a potion. And you're suppressing those symptoms. You're pushing them down and you're masking them instead of looking at the cause. See, you never looked at your spine. You never looked at your diet. You never looked at your exercise or the fluids that you were feeding yourself or stresses in your body. And all the while, you're asking yourself, why am I getting sicker and sicker and I'm losing more energy? I don't feel the same way. I'm overweight. I can't lose that weight. You know, I'm getting old. Garbage. What you are having is a sick lifestyle, a disease process in your body. So let's wake up. Let's pay attention. It's time for you to bring out your ability to heal yourself. It's time for you to take that responsibility. We do that right here. we get amazing results, and we get people off of drugs. We prevent surgeries. We get amazing healings where other methods have failed. And we do that simply because of the principle of chiropractic, what we believe in. And it is not me. I am not going to accept that I'm amazing and I get these amazing healings and that is me. No, you are absolutely, completely mistaken if you believe that I heal you. Because the truth of the matter is this: you can put the best scientists in the whole world, the best doctors, the best pharmacological, the best chiropractors, and you can ask them one thing: how can we heal and bring back to life a dead body? You can't, because the body heals from within. And we've got to look at the cause of disease, not the effect, which is symptoms, which is why we say symptoms we are not into. We believe in the fact that your body has the amazing ability to heal inside it. You are created perfect. You have all the tools that you need right inside of you. Your brain sends impulses down the spinal cord, out to every cell, every tissue, and every organ. Today when you eat food, you had that lunch, that is energy. That energy, those vitamins, those minerals, those nutrients, your body digests, metabolizes, and your brain coordinates that energy to be used for new cellular growth. So therefore, think about this. If I'm talking directly to you, and you're that person that is sick and diseased, and you don't want to live that way, how do you want to be reborn? What life do you want to have? Do you want to have certainty of living 80 and 90 years of quality of life, the life that you were created to lead? Take that vacation with your family, with your wife. Be alive and functioning to play golf or tennis, 80 and 90. And to take those trips and to play with your grandkids. Maybe you question that. Maybe you don't feel worthy of that. Maybe you don't believe that's possible. You're defeated already. Because in my practice, we see that every day. We see thousands of people each and every week over years, and we watch people have amazing lives. We watch people do this, and here is how they achieve that. They understand the principle. They come in, we assess their body. We find the area of damage that's interfering with their nervous system, putting pressure on the spine, creating abnormal electrical flow, reducing it. Like a dimmer switch, it cuts the power to a light, dulling it. If your power is getting cut, reduced to your organ, will it work good or bad? The answer is obvious. If the head gets cut off, you're alive or dead, simply dead. If the nerve to the heart gets cut completely, what happens to the heart? Does it beat or stop beating? Correct, it stops. If it's compressed, reducing that flow, that energy, that innate intelligence that offers all life, health, and healing, coordination, and growth of your cellular tissue, will it work properly or improperly? And of course, improperly. How you can get reborn and how your body can make these amazing changes is you will take that responsibility. You will understand that symptoms are no longer how you will base your health upon. You will understand that your body has all the tools it needs inside of you. It heals from within. We find and we remove the vertebral subluxation, affecting nerve energy that creates all life, health, and healing. You will change your habits. You will start to eat healthy foods. You will start to exercise and stretch and put nothing but phenomenal liquids, water into your body. Reduces stresses into your life. And knowing now that as you start to feed your body good food. You reduce toxins that you're putting into it. You're exercising it, you're stretching it, and most importantly, you're allowing the brain to coordinate all of that and start to create new cells. As those old disease cells start to slough off and die, new healthier cells start to come in and replace. So it's a constant change over time. And so as your organs start to regrow, do you think, if you're following better lifestyle with nerve flow, diet, exercise, stretching, reduce toxins, water, do you think your cells will grow in healthier or more diseased? See, I know that your body has that ability inside it. I can tell you story after story of life changes, but do you believe it? Do you feel worthy? Are you challenging yourself and your value system? Or are you questioning this? Are you, golly, what's he really talking about? My gosh, how dare he talk about drugs in that manner? Well, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to smell the coffee. It's time for you to know this fact. Medical procedures and prescription drugs kills 999,936 people annually. It's not me. Go look up Death by Medicine, Dr. Gary Null, and a bunch of medical doctors. And that puts him in #1 place for the leading killer in the United States today. And that's an external study. Should you question that? Hey, let's cite a second study. It's an internal study, self-reported. 250,000 people a year, a jumbo jet every day crashing and killing the entire occupants. Now, that puts them into 3rd place, behind cancer and behind heart disease. So you can go and you can challenge these statements, but I suggest you do your research. I suggest you ask yourself one question. Why are you challenging this? Why do you believe that the nervous system is not the healer? Why do you believe not stretching, not exercising, not eating healthy, putting toxins into your body is going to heal you? And so, just like when you cut your finger, what happens is you will go to the doctor and they will put a stitch in. They will give you antibiotics because you might get an infection. Not have, but might. Wrap it up, give you a tetanus shot, because you never know. And then you go back, a week later and you take the stitch out and you unwrap it, and that cut has healed. So let me ask you this question. Did the stitch, did the antibiotic, did the bandage or the tetanus shot heal that body? And if you're really, really paying attention and you're learning, the answer is none of the above. How could they? It is your body that heals. It is your immune system that fights infection. Yes, of course, the bandage is a great idea to keep it clean. No, the antibiotic is not a great idea. It is not a good idea prophylactic. Just go Google the overuse of antibiotics and superbugs today. Your body heals from within. Let's go to the butcher saw and let's take a steak and let's cut it and let's stitch it up, give it an injection of hormones, give it antibiotics, give it a tetanus shot, and let's unwrap it 9 days later. Well, did it heal? I don't believe it did. It probably stinks. And so why? What's the difference? And you have to go back to what? You have to go back to the electrical flow over your spinal cord and out these spinal nerves through your peripheral nervous system to every cell, tissue, and organ, and you are alive. All 70 trillion cells are alive for one reason only: your central nervous system. And that is why the steak did not heal. And so this is how we help you change and improve your entire quality of life. When you come into our practice, we will educate you and we will orientate you to the simple concept of what is health. When you accept that and you learn, we're not looking for your symptoms, but looking at the cause of the imbalance that has led you slowly from health to sickness, to disease. Knowing that your body has an amazing inborn ability to regenerate and to re-heal itself, and you remove those barriers, you will start to get your life on track. You will start to feel better. You will start to get off of blood pressure, cholesterol, thyroid medications. You will start to get your life back. You will start to feel well, and you will start to express optimal life. God-given life, what you were supposed to do and how you were created to live. That is not me. That comes from within you. We will lead you. We will show you. We will teach you those principles. And when you accept that and you follow that lifestyle, where and how will you be reborn in 14 months? Hey, thanks very much for listening. I'm Dr. O'Brien. Stay tuned.